Centuries before the earliest of them attempted to conquer these regions, Daniel had predicted that they would never be united, Daniel 2:43. Daniel was shown one other truth about those European powers. While they were still in authority, and their influence over the world, God would set up his kingdom and overthrow all human kingdoms. The Fourth Empire mixed through intermarriage but never could unite. What did Charlemagne, Hitler, Napoleon and Charles V have in common? They were all powerful military leaders who determined to reunite Europe into one powerful empire. But they should have studied the prophecies of Daniel. Centuries before the earliest of them attempted to conquer these regions, Daniel had predicted that they would never be united, Daniel 2:43. Daniel was shown one other truth about those European powers. While they were still in authority, and their influence over the world, God would set up his kingdom and overthrow all human kingdoms. And in the days of these kings the God of heaven will set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. Inasmuch as you saw that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it broke in pieces the iron, the bronze, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great God has made known to the king what will come to pass after this. The dream is certain, and its interpretation is sure. Daniel 2:44-45. In the past, the colonial powers sought to unite their powers by intermarriage. How far did their colonial powers extend? The European colonies such as Spain, Portugal, England, France, Germany, Netherlands, and Italy, at one time or another, had control over these countries. North America, South America, most of Africa, most of the Middle East, India and Pakistan, Australia, Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, most of the island chains and groups, Hong Kong and neighboring areas, and, of course, over Europe. And these worldwide empires were based on the smallest of the continents, under the control of a small collection of small nations that God predicted would become dominant powers of the earth. What is coming next? The prophet Daniel prophesied, it is the end of all those powers and of all earthly government, when God destroys human government on that great day. In these three first videos, we have looked at Daniel 2. There is far more information in Daniel's other prophecies, and in our next video we will look at one of the most amazing prophecies in history. When you see these prophecies, for example, you will understand that God considered in advance many of the holy wars of the Middle Ages. But before we close, let us review what we have learned so far. First, God gave Daniel understanding of a prophetic dream. Second, that dream predicted the history of the most powerful world empires for the next 2,000 years. Third, that dream revealed that there would only be 4 such empires, starting with Babylon. How could the prophet know that there would not be 7 or 8 or 30? Fourth, God revealed that the Roman Empire would break up into units that would never be united, though they would dominate the world. Fifth, we learned that only God can tell the future like this. Not scoffers, nor the secular scholars, nor witch doctors, nor fortune tellers can make such accurate long-term prophecies. And, in conclusion, we learn that we ought to pay more attention to what God has told us through the prophets. We want to be part of the everlasting kingdom that He will soon set up. Join us soon for the next installment on Daniel's amazing prophecies. We will learn about the day of judgment,